I know what you need, I know just how to please you. I got what it takes, I know what you need. I can provide, there's no way I'll hide from you. I got what it takes, I know what you need. I guarantee, you're gonna give your love to me. I can protect you. I got what it takes. I'm your man. Take it fast or slow. Who knows where it goes? I've got what it takes. I'm your man. I guarantee. You're gonna give your love to me. You'll give your love to me. I know what you need, I know just how to please you. I got what it takes, I know what you need. I can provide, there's no way I'll hide from you. I got what it takes, I know what you need. I guarantee, you're gonna give your love to me. You'll give your love to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Jason Letterman. Hello. Woo! Swimming. Swimming in an ocean of reverb. Lovely. Do you know what? I'm really chilled out today. I'm really chilled. You know, like one of those things that's really, really chilled. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. I'm waiting for Steve to get here. All right, because he's had to take his dog out because his dog's been whining for a wee. Yeah. Oh no, these things, just timing, not very good. Not very good at all. You know. These things happen though, don't they? Hey, you know, that's the way it is. That's the way it goes. So what I suggest is, for the minute, I say a very fond hello to everybody, right? Because that's just the kind of guy I am. As you know, I like to even talk to people and everything. I see our Amber's in the chat. I see your Amber, didn't I? I saw you. I did notice you. Hey. So we got Simon, Dogface. Hello, buddy. Peace, man. Yeah. How's it going? You all right? Hey, you all right, mate? That's great. That's good. Cherinator. Hello, Stephen. All right. How you doing? All right, fella? No burnouts today, please. All right. I don't want the smell of burning rubber in the show. Thank you. And no trampolining either. We've spoken about this on many occasions. Stephen, we've hardly started, mate, and you're throwing money at me. Look at you, little diamond, didn't you? Look, eh? Oh, you're my brother. You're my brother too, mate. You know what I mean? Cheers, mate. Look at that. I'm going to leave it out for a minute until I say hello to the next person. Look, D-Rock. How you doing? You all right? That's cool. Good. Lara, hello. How you doing, Paranormal Pixie? Hey, how you doing? You all right? That's good. Glad to hear it. There she is. Amber Jade. Yeah. My little lovey. How you doing? You all right, my daughter? That's good. Glad you're all right. Who else is there? Oh, Midnight Society. Where are you? There you go. Hello. How are you? Are you well? Jolly good. Oh, yeah. Kathy Evans. Hello. Oh, how you doing? Ooh. Do I come across as a right dinlo? Could you be right? I gotta be honest. Like I said, I was sat in my chair, I chilled out, and I fell asleep for a while, and I woke up about 22. So I'm still kind of like, oh, you know, in that morning stage sort of feeling. Oh, that's nice. That, yeah, nice little stretch, right? Oh, nearly forgot, didn't I? How you doing? Doing all right, Nando? Hey, that's good, mate. That's good. I'm glad you are. Yeah. So, oh, guess what? We got someone to turn up now. That's good, isn't it? And I've just realised something. That's better. Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you? The silver voice of Mr. Steve Stockton.
Hey, what's going on, Lee? Sorry I'm late. I was held up in traffic in the
mate,
backyard.
You know, I held the fort down, mate. Yeah, I did really well. I held this place down really hard. I was pretty good at that.
And I appreciate you. You threw a party in my honor, and I didn't even show up on time.
Yeah, well, no,
But I'm here now.
Fashion.
I'm here now.
You turn up.
Fashionably
You turn up
late.
exactly
That's
when
right.
you're supposed to. That's what you did.
Just, you speak my name, and eventually I'll appear. Sorry, I'm a mess today. You have to pardon my appearance.
Mate, like I said, I only woke up 20 minutes ago because I fell asleep in my chair.
I was wondering. I hadn't got a link from you. I said, oh, please, yeah. Okay.
It's not like me. I had everything set up, but the show was all ready to go, so I didn't have to rush around doing anything. But
I was talking to my favorite person in the whole world, Midnight Society, and she was asking me, she says, what's going on? Where's Lee? And I said, I haven't heard from him. I hope he's okay. So there you are, and you are okay. Hello, everybody in the chat.
Yeah. I was just chilled. I was just half asleep. Yeah.
There's the Cheronata. Stephen, I've got something to share with you. Let me show you here now. Of course, I can't do it tonight, but very, very soon, my friend.
Right. What's that?
Okay, this is taking too long. Come on, Steve, get it together.
Yeah, this is. I don't know if I can handle this sort of timing. You know,
already late, and then
I've got a job to do tonight. You know, I'm waiting for this guy.
In my Amazon cart, I've got Iron Brew headed my way. And Stephen and I are going to toast each other when it arrives. It should be here probably before the next show.
He's probably going to make me drink that stuff and all.
It's made from girders, man.
Yeah,
it's made Scotland's from other favorite national drink.
It's made from something, all right.
Don't be hating on Iron Brew. It'll set you right.
I don't know.
That's how it was introduced to me.
One day I'm gonna have some muscles and everything, mate, from drinking that stuff.
I was in the UK and I'd fallen asleep on the train, and I woke up somewhere in Scotland, and I stepped off the train platform, and there was a girl had a little kiosk or something there, and she starts yelling at me, and I can't do a Scottish accent, but she's like, "Oi, oi, you need an iron brew. It'll set you straight." She had a husky voice like mine. And I said, no, I don't drink. And she said, no, it's made from girders. It's a soft drink. And that was my introduction to iron brew.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she's like, that'll be £2, please.
I always thought it was made from girders, but
me.
rusty ones.
Yeah, that's how it gets its flavor. But indeed,
girders,
when I lived in Portland, they had a place called the Scottish store or something like that. They even had canned haggis there. But, watch out for the haggis. Try it once.
Haggis.
Once.
Canned haggis, mate. Sheep's guts. Lovely. Aye, that's beautiful stuff, that is. That's beautiful. I'm sure Steve would love to shove that down our throats.
It'll put some tilt in your kilt, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, see, that's it. That's the one. So, Stephen, right, just because it's you, right, and it's the kind of guy I am, as you know, I always feel like I should do these things. Mate, thanks very much, mate. Yep, haven't even started the show, look, and off he goes, throwing money at me. I mean,
he's
throwing money
posh
at
like
me.
that.
I'll tell you, I'm gonna have to have words with him later. I'll have to. Thank you,
give
Stephen.
him what for.
You generous.
He's a very, very kind man. Stephen is one of my favorite people.
He's lovely guy, mate.
He's just that kind of guy.
Hello, Giovanni. Are you okay? Huh? It's the spicy meatballs, huh? How you doing, fella? You all right? That's a cool name, that is. Giovanni is such a cool name.
And Angelo. Giovanni Angelo. How could you not be Italian?
You can't go wrong with that, can you? Giovanni
Is that even your real name? He might be named after a pizza joint or something. You never know. But I suspect he's Italian. Does he talk with his hands?
That's why I give it the old, it's the spicy meatballs. I used to live with an Italian family for 6 years. I was the maintenance.
Last name was Cordova. Now that sounds more Mediterranean.
They were the Fariolis.
Cordova. I guess that's. I don't know. If you say it's Italian, it's Italian.
I lie. They weren't actually Italian. They were Sicilian. But
there is a difference.
There is a.
And they will quickly point it out to you if you call them the wrong
totally. It's the same
thing.
as saying an Australian's a Kiwi.
Yeah, that doesn't play well.
But the funny thing is, well, not funny thing. He escaped here back in the 60s. I mean, he's not alive now, nor is his wife. But they escaped here back in the 60s, and the reason why is because he refused the mafia their rent. So they attacked him on the street and they scarred him. Well, they knifed him, and he was knifed, had a knife mark, scar from where his neck begins to where his belly ends. Yeah, where they'd gone like that with a knife down him, and he grabbed his missus.
There's a couple of not so nice things. There's a Sicilian necktie. You don't want to know about that.
No, that's not very nice. Where they pull your tongue out through your throat.
Slit your throat, pull your tongue out through it. That's for talking too much.
Yeah,
that's if they like you. If they don't like you,
that's if they like you. That's a kind way of dealing with you. Yeah.
Sorry. Just kidding. No Sicilians. Don't hate on me.
Yes. Listen, we love everybody. Right, especially Sicilians, and mafioso. You peace, man, peace.
Hey, I knew some guys in Vegas that had some connections.
Yeah, well, like I said, he did.
And all that they tell you about the old days being gone in Vegas, that's not true. It's the corporations now, but there's still that influence.
Yeah. Anyway, what is it now? It's evening. It says Buonanotte. I think it's Buonanotte.
Portamento? Portamento?
Buonanotte, which is good evening, I think. I could be wrong. I could have just muffed it right. I know buongiorno is good morning.
Capisce?
That's do you understand? Do you get it? I capisce. I don't want to say there's another one that's a swear one, but I never know if it's right, if it's Sugats or Sugats. I never get it right. I never remember which one it is. It was such a long time since.
That's about like me and my Spanish. I took triple intensified Spanish in college. And I dreamed in Spanish. And I think it was so traumatic, I blocked most of it out. To this day, I can order a beer, ask for the toilet, and start a fist fight. And that's about the extent of my Spanish.
Yeah, that's the same as me, I think, with my Italian. Chiori Pavori is asking for the time.
And when
it's
I was
no good asking for the time if you don't know what the numbers mean.
Yeah, and they say it so fast. I mean, you learn it, and it's like you're Buenos Dias, but then you go there where they speak. It's like, wait, what? Slow down.
Yeah, it's just too much. So let's carry on saying some highs anyway. So, hello, Midnight Society again. Like, I had to say hello again.
Nine Forks is in the chat. Good to see you, Chris.
Hello, Kathy. Lovely to see you.
Cassie's here. Cassie showed me a video, a little opener that she did that is just stunning.
Oh,
I can't wait to have her on 13 Past Midnight. She has got the voice of an angel.
Kathy's voice, mate, is immense, mate.
Nightbot. Hello, Nightbot. How are you doing? Maybe if we're nice to him, he won't kick us out.
Yeah. See,
I think you've got him whipped. You got him under control. I had to get rid of him.
No, I had to whip him into control, mate, and I did that, and I could help you out doing it if you like, mate, as well. It's not hard.
I might have him. I think I've still got an account. We'll get to that.
Yeah, you will have. You will have. You just probably haven't. You probably just removed.
But yeah, the first time I ran it, he was timing people out for like using two emojis.
Yeah, that's because you got to switch everything off.
300 seconds, 10 minutes, boom, gone, and I'm just like, Nightbot, stop.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to make sure you turn off all the stupidness on it. Yeah, and there's a lot of stupidness in it. So,
who else
but that's because some people don't want to have emojis. Whereas,
yeah,
hey, look,
and some people will come in and spam them. I'm a guest on some shows where that's all they do is like throw a pile of emojis.
Oh, yeah, no, I won't have that. If people just constantly were spamming like that, I mean, it's different when you encourage it, like I do with the Rockets. On a Saturday night, I always encourage the Rockets. But that's the only one I ever have, said about using. You know what I mean?
Yep. Who else is here? Let's see. Rich Cat Ranch is here. Paranormal Pixie. How you doing, Laura? Good to see you, as always.
Tales told in the dark. Hi.
Hello. I hope you're well.
I like that channel name, and she's doing some amazing stuff over there. If you're not subscribed, go over there and subscribe.
What's that, Amber? The laptop says no. Computer says no.
Hi, Amber Jade.
Oh, no, it's now. It's working now, right? I got you. So you're using that laptop now. I gotcha. Yeah, might have been easier just to say, I am now on the laptop. But hey, you say it your way, Amber, yeah?
Computer says no.
Well, we had a program over here, right, called Little Britain. And one of the characters in it was a woman behind a desk. And you got there and you'd ask her something, like someone would ask her something, and she'd just go, computer says no.
Love it. It's like on Family Guy. You ever watch Family Guy? They have Consuelo the maid, and I said, no. Consuelo, no.
No, senor. I know nothing.
No.
You ask me, but I know
Dog,
nothing.
go outside. But I live here. No.
Foxy's friends. Hello, mate. How you doing? You all right?
Foxy.
I like that name. I like that name.
And the other night you sang to Vixen Doe, and I was going to tell the story after you sang that song, and I didn't get to it. She used to come onto my channel, 13 Past Midnight, and she was Fox Buck, and I thought she was a he, and I was misgendering her. Fox Buck, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. And then one day she's like, I'm a lady or whatever, and I said, well, then you should be Vixen Doe.
Doe.
And she, the next time she came back, she was using that name.
You're a doe, darling. You're not a buck. Yeah. Exactly. I can't
She's-
see your antlers, and that's it's just wrong if you're not
I'm
showing
not
me
going to
your
touch
antlers.
that one. Not going to touch that one. She's in the great
Show
state
us
of
your
Maine.
antlers, love.
She's up in the north woods there.
That'd be wrong, wouldn't it? That would be wrong. Yeah, I wouldn't see. I wouldn't encourage things like that. It's just not my
Yeah,
sort of
it's just-
style.
you're using that as an example of what not to do. That's it's
Yeah,
understandable.
exactly. That's it. Yeah. See, you got me. You got me. Right, JD's and Letterman. Let's do this, shall we? Let's introduce this. Here's one I made earlier. Oh no, it was last week.
Earlier last week.
Earlier last week, yeah. Anyway,
Earlier,
hello,
that could be
Chris.
ambiguous. So
I love
the
you, Chris. How you doing, Chris?
other day, somebody said, "I'll talk to you later," and I said, "Later today." I said, "That's ambiguous. It could be later next week. I want to know."
Later could mean anytime. That's like when you.
You
when
know who you are.
never
You're in the
ever
chat.
use-
I'm looking at you. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, in a business, never ever use a ASAP, because as soon as is possible for one particular person could be 2 years time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
that's a
what
very
you do is, if you
open-ended
want
thing.
someone to do something, you say, "Get on that right now. I want that done."
I need it
now."
yesterday.
Yeah, I needed it yesterday, and you're still late. Never ever give someone the option to opt out. You know, if it's just a business thing, isn't it? You just part of business training. You never ever give someone the option to opt out. It's like this is a command. You know, you need it now. Especially if it's your job. You know. I do that
And
as
I
soon
always
as-
say,
do
if
that
it
as
sounds
soon as
like I'm
possible for me,
barking
mate.
orders,
Yeah, no worries, Governor. Bottom of the pile.
if it sounds like I'm barking orders, please is always inferred. The please is silent.
Yeah,
But
that's
so is
it.
the swear word at the end that I won't
Yeah,
say
it
on
says,
here.
yeah, get the fuck on
That's
with it now.
inferred too. Yeah.
Get the fuck on with it right now. Listen to me, you lazy git. That's kind of like me at the moment, isn't it? Being lazy. I've done not a bean, and we've been here
Well, I
quarter of an
sort
hour,
of
20
cramped your
minutes.
style there, showing up late, so you can blame that on me.
No. I totally blame me because I'm all about chatting to the JDs and the Lenterman,
Whoops,
welcoming
tried to-
them in, make sure they're sat comfy. You sat comfy, by the way, everybody. You sat there with you got a nice cup of tea and that.
Tried to
cup of
mute my
coffee.
mic and turned my camera off, so I coughed into the microphone without being on screen. So it wasn't me; it
Don't
was
worry.
Mulder.
Listen, we are human beings, mate, and this is YouTube. This is not TV. We're not all posh here, you know.
You know, but I've got that reaction before. People treat you sometimes like you are on TV. I've said hi to people in the chat before, and like, oh my God,
Oh my
Steve
God,
Stockton
they
said
sang
hi
along to
to me. You know, it's like I'll say
Yeah,
hi to
we're
anybody.
just people.
I
We're
love
just
you
people
all.
like you, and so are they as well on TV. But you people put them on this pedestal that's above them, you know, and think that they're all wise and all knowing as well, and they'll take their advice. Half these people are bloody idiots. Hello, Stargazer Cindy. Hello, hectic Stargazer Cindy. Yeah. Hello. You're right, are you? That's good.
Hi, Cindy.
See?
I just my
See,
chat.
I'm always-
okay,
I'm
there
always
she is.
so,
My chat's lagged.
Always give them a
lights
chance
are
to
off.
tell me exactly how they feel, you know. Right, so we're going to listen to what we did last week, and then we'll carry on. What do you reckon? We'll wipe this one
Sounds
out.
good to me. I'm still working with my lights. I was doing something different in here today, and I moved the lights around, and now I don't look right to myself. So,
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, just for the moment, right, until I start writing. Look at this. Look,
oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh,
Sorry,
Steve
guys.
Stockton is
Sorry.
blue.
I know it's horrible. I know. I'm
I'll
sorry.
Put my color to match yours. How's
I'll
that?
hide a little. What? Purple face, you mean? Because I got me purple light on. Even if I do my white, the colour's just weird. It's not.
Yeah, I had it too bright in here today. I've got another set that I built over here that's a table that I can set. This is a tight shot of the desk. This is shot from across the room. And I had to light it up to keep the camera looking good, but I had too much. It was too bright, and I looked pale. I looked like I just washed up somewhere.
Yeah, well, see, with me, where I've got such a great big forehead, that if I shine the wrong light on that, mate, it's going to blind people. I've got to go careful. I look like the mirror ball behind me. But anyway, let's
There, then we match. We're twinsies, Windley. Sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, let's have a
shadow.
listen to this, and let's both shut up and both mute ourselves as well. That's a
I
good
take
idea.
that as a hint.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, take it
Shut
however
up.
you want
Shut
it,
up,
mate.
Steve.
I'll give it, son. You take it. Right, mute.
Wait a minute.
I'll mute you if you like. I'm that kind of guy. I
Yeah,
don't
go
mind.
ahead. Go ahead. You
I'll
can
shut
see it
you up.
easier than I can.
Yeah, I can. Just spooky enough, that one.
I love it. And I like those a couple times there where it comes to a full stop and you think that's the end, and then
Yeah,
it starts
I always
back
love
up.
doing
It's
that.
just enough of a pause that you think that's it.
Yeah,
And then boom, there goes again. Takes right back off. Love it.
yeah. I've always done them sort of things. It's a weird thing. I don't know when to stop, but I do. But I do. You know, I want to carry it on, but I don't. That's what I want. I want that slightly longer because I think that might end too soon otherwise.
I'm just taking some notes here. I've got some ideas. I know what scripts I've got coming up to record.
I love that. That makes me feel great. That you have an idea for it anyway. What I want to do is that's come from that. Obviously, let's have a little look at this a minute. At least a bit of a tiny little bit of a gap there. So what we need to do is go. I like that. Such an odd start.
That reminds me of the Depeche Mode song that you and I were sharing the other day.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you how much fun this guy and I had talking 80s music. We were trading videos back and forth, and this band and
I was
that
telling
band.
Chris that as well.
And it was
you know
just,
what?
it was
You pretty much
amazing.
said it the same way as I did. That's nuts. So
Eddie,
I've
I
got a bit of
waved at you when you came in. My mic was muted because Lee was playing music. But Eddie, good to see you. I'm not mad at you, buddy.
Hello, Eddie. 3 thumbs up, mate. I've only got 2 though, mate. All right. So you only get 2. There, there's the 3rd. Wait, you got 4 now. See, now you've got the number wrong now, haven't you?
But can you catch your thumb?
Yeah, that's
So
it. Yeah.
my dad used to do that when I was a kid. I don't know. It fascinated me.
Oh, wasn't that nice, isn't it?
I don't remember exactly how he did it, but it was amazing when I was about 3 years old.
If you have a channel, guys, if any of you out there has a channel, write 1FA in the chat and Nightbot will drop your channel link. Because that's the kind of guy I am. See, I'll put it in there for the sharing. So we can all share. Yeah. I like to share. Right, let me save that. Because I just done a couple of changes. Like, for instance, there's too much high pitch on that one of the main instruments. And we can't have that, can we?
You're the boss. If you say we can't have it, we can't have it.
Yeah, well, I said so, see? Now then. Right. Well, let's get rid of this. Dun, dun, dun. No! What's he done? Save as. It's the 21st. Our clocks go back on the 26th. That'd be nice. And then our times will be the same again, sort of thing, as it was. So I'll be back to 6 Eastern. Rather than 7. 7!
Yeah, ours changed like 2 weeks ago, and I'm still trying to get it through everything off. And I'm OCD and Asperger's enough that any deviation in my normal routine that I have set out, it ruins the whole day. So I had to move. I take my pill twice a day, take a water pill and a blood pressure pill, and then all of a sudden, the times change, and I have to try to keep up. But that's just. I know that sounds minor, and that's a very, I know there's people with real problems and stuff, but that's my reality. It's like, no, I have to move everything an hour. And I've lived places before where I never changed the clocks. I just left it till it was time to change it again. Then they were right. A stopped clock is right twice a day, But a clock that's set an hour ahead or an hour backwards will be right 6 months out of the year. So there you go. That's a Steve Stockton original right there. I just
yeah,
made it up.
that works, doesn't it? No.
And you just look at it and think, okay, it's an hour earlier than that. It's an hour later than that. And I've done that before when I worked a public job and was a part of the corporate world. I would set my clocks about 15 or 20 minutes ahead so that if I left on time, I was actually leaving early. Sunsaver from NHH. I'm not sure that New Hampshire. I'm not sure what NHH is, but good to see you.
Right, where was I? I'm trying to think of a name here.
Homestead. Okay. Is that New Hampshire Homestead, or am I totally off on the New Hampshire part? New Hampshire is a beautiful, beautiful state. Love New England.
Okay, I've called this one Ominous Outland.
Outland. I like it already.
Right, so we're going to have to get rid of this. Just had to make sure they were down.
It got so quiet in here all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's very quiet.
Can hear a pin drop.
Yeah. Super quiet. Yeah. Very.
The AMSR portion of the show will proceed now. There's AMSR, ASMR, I can never remember. Auto Meridian Synchronous Response. I think it's AMSR. Or Auto Synchronous Meridian. I don't know. One of those things. It's the channels where they get up on the microphone and do things. Yeah. ASMR. I'll tickle it with my beard. I can't do that either. There's something about that ASMR stuff. It doesn't give me the tingle or whatever it's supposed to do. It just kind of weirds me out.
Yeah, I think it's all weird, that sort of stuff. I think it's strange. Like,
I
why
believe
someone wants to hear a
the
balloon being
elephant
rubbed in.
in the room. I think it's a fetish, but
Yeah,
nobody
definitely.
talks about it. I think there's a component there that's not discussed.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
it just
definitely think that's what it is.
doesn't do
Definitely.
anything for me.
No, nor me at all. No.
There you go.
Like
Laura says
done a
my
bloody
SMR is
chalkboard.
a cat purr. I like that. I like a cat purr or a dog snore. Motor snores. Yeah, Midnight Society, I'm right there with you. I'm just like, why are people watching this? And some of those channels have millions of viewers and subscribers. And it's one of those things when you factor in that lowest common denominator, sadly, sometimes it's pretty low. Oh, I like that.
You like that, dear?
Yeah, I like that tinkly piano. That's sounds almost like a baby grand there. It's got good resonance and sustain. Do you have a sustain pedal? I think I asked you that before.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course I do. This is a proper piano, this is.
That reminds me of something like a TV theme or something. I can't think of what it is.
Not really what I had in mind, though, to be fair.
But still good nonetheless. I mean, even if you don't use that, save that for something.
It's really easy chords. That's chords I play loads.
I bet you've got like a load of files where you've started little sketches like that, don't you?
Yep.
You-
Yeah, hundreds. Like, there's a tune I've started to work on that I haven't even done anything with yet. Do you want to hear it? This is just me mucking around though.
Please.
So, it's, I'm gonna write it into a tune at some point. It carries on like that, basically.
That's beautiful.
It's not bad, is it?
Not at all.
Right. Onwards and upwards. So I'm going to scrap this. I'm sorry. But that's gone. Right. And the reason why is because it's just generic chords I always muck around with. Pretty as it is, you know. But we want something a bit more Midnight Society than that.
A bit darker.
Yep. Hello, Pam Smith.
And Pam, I did see your question or your comment over there. I'll get to that later. But actually, the
Are you
Utah
kidding me?
case, they have a suspect, and he didn't make it to trial because he opted out of life.
Oh, blimey. Chris, right, see what you've just written there? Twisted. That's what it's called, Twisted Guts. That's the name of the instrument. It's called Twisted Guts. How mad is that? I do like that. It's very dark.
A dark, kind of mogy there, if you will.
Yeah.
Blue Chicken says it's the brown note,
It's the brown note.
the
Yeah.
legendary brown note.
Everybody loves a brown note.
It will make you evacuate your bowels, which would be excellent to use in, say, a riot situation if the police or whoever
Yeah, it would be.
could blast the
That'd be
crowd with a
perfect
brown note. You would break up a conflagration rather quickly.
Hang on. Delete automation. That's slowed down. That's going at
Just
one
just
speed.
spitballing here, but you know what would sound awesome over that? Like you shredding on your guitar with
Well,
that
do you know
growly
what? Funny
bass line, and then wow,
you are
wow,
not
wow.
going to believe what you are not going to believe this. Do you know what I thought earlier on? I haven't done a track yet where I've put some guitar in it.
There you go. We connected on that level. We
That's what it was.
It was just as you were playing that, I could just hear a guitar, just wow, wow, wow. That's my guitar impression, but you're shredding it.
This is an experiment at the moment.
Oh, that's dark. That's a mood right there. I love it.
Very twisted. Very twisted.
I shall return.
Now, That's not what I wanted to do, was it? I will get it right. And saving it, that's what. Save it off and stupid. Right. Let me just quickly do something. I don't know where Steve's gone. I think he's gone to do his dog or whatever. Take a phone call. You know Steve. He just wanders off. Like a wandery thing that wanders. You know? He does. No, honestly. Would I fib to you? So I'm going to play a record. Alright? Whoa, what's going on? I'm going to play a track. Take a short recess.
You put me under pressure. I got to pay. And if I refuse, you put me away. But I said, oh, 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 oh. Not me. I'll do as I please. Oh, 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 oh. I'll do as I please. You've got into my pockets. Take all that I have. You've left me dry, but I won't cry. 'Cause oh, 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 not me. I'll do as I please. Oh, 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 oh. I'll do as I please.
And we're back. Yay. Well, all right.
That Mulder had a walkabout out there. Earlier it was raining and he wouldn't hardly go off the porch, and this time he wanted to make his rounds. So I apologize for my
The
absence.
cheek,
Thousand
the
pardons.
unmitigated gall. How very, very dare he? No one said he could, you know. No one.
Oh, it's in his contract. He gets a break every time I do.
Yeah, wow, that sounds
He's
about
got a
right
better
to me.
agent.
Oh, no, some other people have come in. Charlie Gabolden.
Dogface Simon is here too. Louise.
Yes. Oh,
New York
Simon.
City.
I'm glad he's here. He's my main moderator.
Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja. How you doing,
Oh,
Paralife?
is he here? Is he? Oh, Shane, where are you? Oh, yeah, I see. I
This is
see you.
way up in the chat there.
I see you. There he is.
And I was going
All right,
to do
fella.
something
How's it
here,
going, mate?
and I don't see how. Enjoy hearing those songs. They get better every time I hear them. You've got some real earworms, let me tell you.
That's what they're supposed to do, isn't it? You know,
I can't remember the name of it. I guarantee. Oh my God, I wake up with that in my head
that's called
sometimes.
"Give Your Love to Me." That is.
Yeah, Midnight Society said she hears that one all the time too. There's a couple more like that that just
That makes me feel bloody great. That does that, honestly.
it's got a hook. That would. I'm begging you, please put that where people can buy it.
Well, like I said, I am looking into it, but as I've said before, you know how they trick you, these places.
Oh yeah.
And they tell you they blow all the sunshine right up your jacksie, and then you get in there and you realise there's only a certain amount you can do, because the rest of it you have to do with money. And like I said, I haven't got the money to pay for this, let alone pay for that. You know, I said I don't.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm making money out of the show.
People don't realize the overhead that goes into StreamYard and your internet, and then this, that, and the other. It adds up before you know it.
Yep. Like I said, if I'd have known it'd be as hard a road, let's put it that way, as it is for me. I mean,
that's why people need to support you on Patreon, like I do. Follow my lead. Join this man's Patreon. Support independent musical artists such as Lee.
Yeah,
especially Lee. Only Lee.
I mean, yeah, especially. See, that's what I said. That's the other thing as well. I don't know how to market myself on any of these music sites with my own music. See, because though I've got the albums have got titles and stuff, yeah, but they're so mismatchy with the band names and stuff like that. And
then you got to have a cover designer and you know all that.
What it is as well is where it comes to myself as well, right? Bloody hell! Oh, look at him, look, Stephen. Thanks, mate. Warning: this vehicle is reversing. This vehicle is reversing. Please stand clear. You're a diamond, mate, ain't you? You've made me lose my train of thought now.
What'd you say the name of that song was that we all like?
Give Your Love to Me. And the little backstory to it is it sounds like it's me being really big-headed, you know, I guarantee you're going to give your love to me.
I like it. I've actually used that line.
The actual story in my head, the actual story is about the lonely guy that never does that. And in his head, he sat at a bar or stood in a disco or whatever in a club, and he's looking across the room. And in his imagination, he's walked over to her. He's wooed her and you know spooled her sort of thing, and spun around on the floor, danced with her and stuff. And it's all in his head. And then at the end of the song, it's just him stood there or sat there with a drink. You know, it's all in his head. He never actually goes over it. Because one of the most difficult things for a bloke is to walk across the room and, oh, bloody hell, Steve. Thanks, mate.
And again, thank you for that song.
I'm gonna have to give you two a little thank you, ain't I? Here we go.
Your music is thanks enough, my friend.
Yeah, I know, but I like to do these little things as well because Chris works so hard on doing them.
Pirate is in your blood, boy, so you'll have to square with that someday. Now, me, for example, I can let you drown. But I can't bring the ship into Tortuga all by me onesie, savvy?
That was the Stephen one.
Thank you for that. But again, the thanks are to you for the music. And that's on behalf of Midnight Society as well. We're working on some projects together, and we were talking about your music and how it sticks in our heads, and it's an influence on what we're doing, believe it or not.
Oh, that's mad. That's nuts, that is. Oh, Chris, look as well. Chris is joining in the look. Oh,
and Chris, those graphics are off the hook. The one that was playing full screen there, that was like Dolly and Mandelbrot got together and made something. It was melting. It was moving. It was... those are incredible graphic creations that
she's
she
great.
did. She is talented. She is.
And this is for her because I love her so much.
Let's see what our Thanksgiving table has in store for us this year. This is corn. The Native Americans called it maize. I just call it yum. These are homemade dinner rolls. Thanks, Panera Bread. I'm bad.
See. You're responsible for it, Chris. Yeah. Chris decided to do those. He's got a great sense of humour as our Chris. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Thank you, darling. I really appreciate you.
But you see how quickly he'll throw you under the bus.
Yeah.
You can
wait
blame
for it.
Chris for that.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, you can blame Chris for that one. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about that, mate. I've got all that already up there, mate. Ready. That's ammunition waiting to go, that one. But let's see what we got so far, because... Oh, we don't want that beeping, though.
Hey, Otter Girl.
Right. Undo that. Oh no, idiot. Undo it, Lee. Thank you. Absolute idiot. What a fool. What a fool I am. Duplicate it, but move it. That's it. To there, that's it. And then duplicate it again. And there we should have it. Right, cool. I think that's it now. Basically, again, don't forget, a lot of these tunes can just be for the background. I do write with the idea that they're going to be somewhere in the background, maybe. You know, not always used prolifically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I've got some openers, some intros and outros that I'm doing.
Yeah,
and
not always.
this,
Not always
this will be
for,
great for that.
Yeah, man. Not always for like full-frontal, full-on tunes. You know what I mean? It's for a channel, so therefore, you know, I see it as background music, not as, you know, I'll listen to these. You know, listen to these massive tunes.
And the thing that I appreciate the most is this ain't out of the YouTube audio library. This is something no one else has that you took the time and your talent and created just for my channel. That's amazing.
It's totally got just you in mind. I'm not thinking of anything else or anybody else. I'm only thinking you. You know, so and it you know, just with the word 13. And, you know, the word, I'm going off the word 13 more than anything. Right? So there's a lot of oddity about it. Oddness.
Yeah, and 13, that's always been my lucky number. 13 has always had a big part in my life. The number 13, multiples thereof, 26, 39, 31, 13 backwards. And it just, when I was ready to do a YouTube channel, I knew 13 had to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, well, 13 Past Midnight, which is a great channel name. Now, yeah, see, now you see my dilemma, right? Just quickly, get off while we have an ear break. You see my dilemma now with the way, you know, people are saying to me, "Oh, is there anywhere I can buy your music?" Problem is, the name Lee G does not lend itself to an artist name, if you know what I mean. There's 5 million Lee G's out there, you know, so it's really generic and basic, and so without sounding pretentious, I'd have to kind of make up a name for myself to sell the music under, you know, like to be able to sell "Give Your Love to Me," and you know, there's only now. I mean, I started using the name Ton, right? But the problem with that is that it's more like a band name. I can't use it for me as a name. You know what I mean? It's a mad thing. So any suggestions? I mean, even if I did Lee Anthony G, but it just.
What if you spell the G out like G-E-E? Or maybe G, Lee G.
Yeah, but it still.
Or what? Put the G in front, Glee. That's been done.
No, that's the worst.
That's a terrible show. I'm sorry, anybody that likes it, but just wasn't a fan.
I can't do that, mate. I'm not all la di da di da da. You know, no. So I'm not.
But Lee G. I mean, that's or just how about just Lee? That's kind of.
Yeah, but it, like I said, there's 500 billion Lee G's in the world. You know, it's just so generic.
But do they go by Lee G? I mean, there's Lee Greenwood. I can think of a bunch, but not just Lee G. And maybe you know that
if you type it into Google, you'll have a different story on that.
Exactly.
And then how do I get me to the top of that list? You type in First for Audio into Google, and I'll be there. Bang.
Oh.
You know, but that's not a label for a music band or anything, is it? You know what I mean? Even for a solo artist, you know.
Or maybe if you made something
this is why
kind
a lot of artists change their name. I mean,
exactly.
Reginald Dwight, for instance.
Elton John.
Elton John, right? You know, I mean, look, I know you guys all know me as Lee G and that, and I know this, but you know, this is still small fry at the moment. No disrespect to everybody that's here, and I love you all. But in reality, to record sales or anything like that, this is tiny. You know, this doesn't matter. So I could change my name, and it really wouldn't matter. You know what I mean?
Or you could do some kind of weird, like Leegi, Leegi. Kind of smash it all together. I'm just spitballing here.
Well, yeah, because then that'd miss out the letters in my surname. It'd miss out some of the letters in my surname and then just leave the Y, because my name is Guilfoy.
How about Guilfoy?
No. It's really hard for me because I want it to be a sellable sort of name. You know, something that'd be easily recognisable. You know. That's what's hard. You can understand.
Yeah, with the audience here, I think everybody put your minds to it.
I don't give myself enough credit.
Let's find a name for Lee. You could call it the Lee G Symphony Orchestra or something. You'll come up with some big name. The Lee G Submarine Band.
Yeah, yeah.
I
do it all myself. DIY Lee.
The Bond, Lee. There you go. But I mean, think of some of the names that are out there. The Bonzo.
Well, I was going to call myself Lee Drop D, right?
that's not bad, but you sound like a rapper then.
Drop D Lee, right? Because
Drop D, yeah, I know that tuning. That's one of my favorite tunings. Absolutely. If you tune a guitar to Drop D, you can play that metal kind of chunka all day long.
Yep.
Bar chords going.
The Lee 13 experience. I see that, Eddie. Yeah, I like your style, you lot. I mean, thanks very much for getting involved. And I like that. Oh, look. Amy, you little darling you are. Thank you very much. How very lovely. It's always the little guy blowing me a kiss. All right, darling.
You could be Lee in the G strings.
Oh God, yeah, that'd do, wouldn't it?
Like when I was in college, I was in a punk band, and I came up with the name.
D-strings.
I came up with the name Free Beer, and I thought that's perfect. We'll pack every place we ever go to. You see free beer on the marquee. It's on campus. And the first guy we went to, he listened to our demo tape, and he's like, "You guys are good," but he said, "There's no way I'm putting that on the marquee." He said, yeah, you'll pack the place out, but when those a-holes find out Free Beer is the name of the band, they'll tear this place apart.
Exactly, yeah.
So it was a good idea, but look at the Bare Naked Ladies, band from Canada. There's not a Bare Naked Lady in the band.
No.
But again, you see that on the marquee. Hey, let's go here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know exactly why they did that. Bare Naked Ladies, cheek of it. The utter cheek. See, I'd never want to trick my public into that. My public. God, that sounds so pretentious. Oh, my goodness me. I would never want to fool the public into, anything false. So,
or if you wanted to be a little more adult, you could be Lee in the G-spots.
Oh, Jesus.
Like the ink spots, you know.
Now, the funny thing is, right, I was going to use my height as a thing, right? You know, like Little Lee G or something like that. That's no different than Little Richard.
Or Little Stevie Wonder, as he was known. Bruce Springsteen, I think when he started out, he was Little Brucey Springsteen. And look at him now.
Yeah, like I say. So,
but,
just stick with the Lee G. Amber, that's my daughter. Just stick
Lee
with
and the 13 G-string experience.
I know. I know. Ah, dear, oh dear. Yeah. What's it got to do? Anyway, it'd be different if he was in my band, wouldn't it? Then, yeah, you know.
Who's 13? Well, see, there you go.
Yeah. Who's the 13th?
Like Pink Floyd. They used to get interviewed and somebody say, which one's Pink?
Yeah, exactly.
And Pink Floyd was the band. Like Blondie. I know Deborah Harry. I've met her in Vegas a few times. Blondie is a band, but people call her Blondie. They associate Blondie, and there's even buttons you can wear that says Blondie is a band.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, her name's Debbie Harry, mate. The band.
And she just happened to be a blonde. Later on, she wasn't to start with.
Yeah, yeah. like I say, it's really hard for me because I work alone. It's not my fault that I haven't got any other musicians that want to permanently work with me. You know, they all spit their dummy out at some point.
Again, look at Trent Reznor, Nine Inch Nails. The very first time I saw him, it was him and a bunch of loops and machines, and he didn't even have a band.
Yeah, there you go. So before I start, anyway, loading it up onto a site where it can be bought, I have to get over this. I have to get over it. You know. Oh, it's really hard because I've got such a boring name. It's, you know, such a boring name.
I don't think it's boring. It's just you need a hook. You need a gimmick.
My name is Common. All right, it's Common then. Let's leave it at that.
Common Lee G. I'm reaching here. I'm reaching. I still like Lee and the G strings.
Yeah.
Might give the wrong impression.
I still like Drop D Lee.
That's good too. That one's got legs.
I just don't know.
Musicians would get it, and other people would say, "What's that all about?" And then if you can get people talking about you, any press is good press as long as it's not, something really terrible and scandalous.
Yeah. Oh, shut up. No, you don't, Dad. What? What are you on about, Amber?
Oh, I just realized that's your daughter in there. Hi, Amber. Sorry. Yeah,
What do you mean?
She vetoed Lee and the G strings, I believe.
Oh, right. Is that what she's answering to, do you reckon? All right, okay.
The Amazing Lee.
The Amazing Lee. That's so pretentious. I could never do that.
You have a comedian, the Amazing Jonathan, and he was amazing.
Yeah, well, I can't do anything that presumes I'm freaking amazing. I just can't do that shit.
Mildly amazingly.
Averagely.
No.
Mediocrely.
Mediocrely. I was just, you read my mind.
Freely. Ah, look at that. Look. Freely.
Freely.
I'm not giving it away. No, because people will think that I'm going to be free.
Freely inside each and every specially marked box.
Yeah. Oh dear. See, now we're all having a laugh about it. See, and I knew it'd fall into this. Whenever I say to people I want a band name, it always turns out to be like Lee and the Coconuts, or Lee and the Nuts.
Well, thank you, Deborah McDonald. And I had a fan that felt the same way. I've shown this before, but they had this made and sent to me. I would never buy anything like this for myself. I'm not pretentious, but I have worn it. But they took the Danzig logo and replaced Danzig with Stockton, and it's got the demon skull on it. Hopefully you can see that.
Yeah, it looks good, that does.
But somebody took the time to basically swipe that logo and put my name on it and sent me a T-shirt.
Lee and the G-spot hotspot. See, Eddie, me and you's going to fall out.
Sorry, I started that.
Laugh. This is
you can blame me for the G-spot stuff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, G-spot.
It's a medical thing. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely, mate. It's meant in the best possible taste. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's not funny. It's really not funny. Amber, stop it. Stop laughing at me.
She's dying inside right now. She's.
Stop it. Hold yourself back.
Lee G. Whiz.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm going for a wee. No.
Lee G. Willikers.
Where's Louise? Louise NYC. Come on. You're the blooming travelling Wilbury roadie. Come on.
Lee G. Willikers.
Lee G. Willikers.
Or you could be Lee Golly G.
Oh dear.
Again, this is how great ideas happen. You just, how they come up with Facebook. They sat together.
Yeah.
Great ideas.
Great great ideas, not stupid ones. Not ones where it's all point and laugh at Lee, is it? You know, is this a point and laugh at Lee session? No.
We'll see.
No, we're really trying to help you, Lee.
The
Honestly, no.
ubiquitous Lee G.
Yeah, no, it has to be it has to be a name, doesn't it? It has to be my name. I think, like you say, it all comes back to the Lee G thing. I mean, I could go Lee Anthony G, but because that's my middle name, Lee Anthony G. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Louise has thrown down the gauntlet to you now. She'll have you know she was
Roadie,
not a
wash
roadie.
your mouth out. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know, I'm just saying because you wandered around with him all the time. Road manager, whatever you were, promoter, road manager. You know, one of those.
Just don't say the other G word that goes along with roadies and bands and road managers.
Lee G string, yeah.
She'll
See.
get you really upset.
Purely purple.
Louise knows what I'm
like
talking
that.
about. The ladies that follow the bands around, you're certainly
Purely
not one of
purple.
those. You're the one that drove the bands around. Big difference.
Yeah, man.
Again, Lee G. I'll think about it. I'll sleep on it. I keep a notepad beside where I nap.
Well,
anyway,
because like I say, once I do, I'll go for it, but I'll have to then create a cover or something for it for the.
But
for the
Lee
site or
G
whatever.
and the somethings that would, or maybe they're
It
Lee G
can't
and the
be, though,
somethings.
because it's me. It's all me.
Yeah, but they wouldn't
Everything's
know
about
that till
me.
they got there. These are the somethings. Your keyboards. Your
Lee G and the Simps.
The synths. I like that. And the first album could be "Lord, Forgive Me for My Sins."
Yeah. I'm a synther. Lee G and the Mean 13. Lee G and the Mean 13. Aye.
Then they'd be expecting 13 band members. Do you have 13 keyboards? There you go. These are
no. I've only got 5. I think 4 or 5.
Lee G and the 88 keys.
Yeah. Thing is, as well, I don't want to overemphasize the keyboard
Because it's
skill
not
thing,
all
because-
keys. Yeah.
Because I'm not just about the keys. I'm about an all-rounder musician. So and I don't think I need to.
Okay,
any
I've
of
got
that
it.
kind of thing
Lee
into
G
it.
and the
Very
instruments.
cheesy. And
Lee
the
G and
instruments.
the instruments. There you go. Who are the instruments? They are. These are.
Instrumentally.
I know that's got a ring to it.
Instrumentally.
Instrumental Lee G.
No, just instrumental.
Just a minute. Instrumental Lee.
Instrumentally.
Oh, that works. It's catchy.
But, see, I can do that with loads of things with the word Lee. That's what I said. It's so generically boring. Yeah, tour manager. See, I said that anyway, didn't I, Louise? God, don't get leery about it. I was a low-level tour manager. Yeah, but at least you were. Can't see why you can't just stick with Lee G. Well, shall I tell you why, Amber? Because it's boring, is why. And no one's going to buy into the Lee G thing. Go and do a Google search of Lee G. You watch how many Lee Gs come up.
Now, the mind fork makes an interesting point. There, your number. Lee and the 7Gs, 7G Force, like the rocket, the astronauts that throw them back in the chair. Rocket Man. There you go. There's Lee 7Gs. Lee and the 7Gs. 7Gs of Lee. There you go. 50 Shades of Lee. Wait a minute. Sorry. Frustrated comedian. I started out as a stand-up comedian. You'll have to forgive me or kick me off or something.
You're not annoying me in the slightest. I'm just brain fuzzed. I'm just because I've been doing this backward and forward thing with myself for years. Because with everybody here, it's easy for you to know I'm Lee G, right? It's all cool, right?
Now Amber's never going to speak to me again.
But then on a wider stage sort of thing,
Amber, my
Lee
apologies.
G is generic and it's boring. You know what I mean? It has no pop. There's no pop to it. So it's going to get lost in all amongst. I mean, it's going to get lost in amongst the crap anyway, unless I've got frigging millions to spend on advertisements. So, see, now that's great, isn't it? That you thought of them all as idiots. Now, I worry now if I ever get a road manager that they're going to think of me as some freaking idiot.
Thank you, Amber. I'm glad that you weren't actually upset with me.
Nah, she's all right. She can take a joke. Yeah.
But I had a good time that night that you and her were both on here. Your interaction reminds me so much of me and my daughter and how we get along and how we play off of one another like that. That's a beautiful relationship.
Yeah. Right, let's listen to this track again and take a break away from this stupidity of me. Stupidly. Oh, shut up, metronome. I didn't ask for you, did I? God, jeez. Just don't know when to shut up, does it? Save it, Lee. Save it. No? Don't save it then. Okay, save it. No? You can save it? Oh, actually, let's... Right, so... Get rid of that. Stop that.
Lovely, lovely G. I'm still running back here. Lovely.
Oh.
Lovely. That could be love, comma, Lee. Lovely. If you're thinking.
Yeah, still pretentious though, isn't it? Deborah McDonald. Thank you very much.
And she is an awesome, awesome person. The other channel that I used to be a part of that I'm no longer associated with, can't talk about that because of lawyers.
No, I know, yeah.
But she bought like 25 memberships for people over there once.
Wow, you're amazing.
One of my 24-hour live streams. She is a saint.
Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice.
See, your daughter likes Lovely.
Yeah. But to me, it sounds pretentious. That's the thing. It sounds like I love myself.
You could be likely.
Likely, yeah. See, that's different.
Kind of likely.
Like a likely lad. I don't know. It just sounds cheese. We can't have it cheesy either. See, that's the other thing.
Yeah, sorry, Lee, I got to talk to Deborah here for a moment. Excuses. Yeah, I'm no longer associated with that channel. I have my own channel now called Among the Missing. I'm not logged in as that channel, so I can't drop a link. But go see what I'm doing over there. It's better than what I was doing before.
Well, on my channel,
autonomous.
Though, it's one of my
Yeah, I'm not supposed to self-promote. Oh, it is. Okay, sorry. Well, if you go and look at Among the Missing, I think you're the top spot on my channels. And then on 13 too, I've got you up there.
I know you have. I know you have. You're darling, you are. And you lovely, ain't you? Oh.
And I wouldn't do that for just anybody. I mean, I'm not choosy.
I'm honored.
And you have got the top spot, the pole position over there because I support you and what you're doing here. And again, thank you for letting me self-promote a little bit here.
Thing is, though, I have a laugh with you as well, so I don't mind doing this anyway. You know, but I mean, not only that, it's another channel to write for. So it's another, you know, another quiver in my bow sort of thing. You know what I mean?
But I'm autonomous, and I like that. Self-governing. I answer no one, but God above, the families of the missing, and my audience.
Same here. That's same here. I'm totally autonomous.
And it's actually, if you look at it, and it sounds kind of egotistical, but it says Steve Stockton's Among the Missing. Yeah. And that's because I have a following. I took that other channel from, say, 10,000 subscribers to over 250,000 in less than 3 years' time. That was my house, my crowd, and then I got squeezed out, so to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that anyway, Louise, to be fair. Anyway, let me just give a quick thank you to this lovely Deborah.
Deborah, thank you for all that you did.
See, my last name doesn't really lend itself either to.
I like that though. I think it's epic if you just had the last name, Guilfoyle.
No, I used to get called that at school when someone hated me.
Yeah.
Guilfoyle.
I get that a lot. Stockton, okay. And if anybody calls me
Whatever the G stands for.
Mr. Stockton, I say that's my father. That's
Yeah,
not
this
me.
is how
Call me
I'll put how you
Steve.
spell I'll put how you spell my name in the chat.
Did I say it wrong?
No, this is how you. This is how my name's
Guilfoyle.
spelled.
Guilfoyle.
A lot of my family apparently are in America or in the USA. So yeah, so that's what I was saying. But my middle name is Anthony, right? So it'd be Lee. See, I was going to do that.
Lee Anthony G. Is it Anthony or Anthony with an H?
No, I always stop. Do you know?
Oh,
what?
I see it there. You put it there.
I've been spelling it for absolutely years with an H, right? And I mean, like for 40 years, I've been spelling it with an H. Got a birth certificate through the other day because I've got to reapply for my license, and it's spelt like that.
Well, Midnight Society says Lee Anthony. That's you had Little Anthony, and you're Lee Anthony.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to sleep on this.
Yeah, I've ran it into the ditch on a couple of ideas there. I apologize.
No.
But you never know. You hit something might stick. It might rattle around in there for a while, and then like, ping, that light bulb. Like that doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for, more professional sounding thing. So, what do you think? Do you think the full Lee Anthony G or Lee Anthony? I think Lee Anthony G. I think it's the three-barreled thing is a good thing. I think.
Are you asking?
I'm
Louise?
asking. I'm
just
asking.
Just throwing it out there.
Asking Louise, really.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. That's why I was being quiet for once.
Yeah, Lee Anthony G. Yeah,
I kind of like that. It has a ring to it. Tony Lee G, Lee Tony G.
But guess what? As well, it also abbreviated spells lag. Tony G, Tony Lee G.
You got Kenny G. You're his
more
superior cousin.
Tony Lee don't work. Tony Lee on its own would work, but not Tony Lee G.
Of course, Tony, that could mean something other than the name Tony. Tony is something that's that's kind of something is Tony.
I could change the way it's spelt to Tony as in tone. The tone of something. Tony Lee. But again, to me, it sounds cheesy.
Tone G Lee. Tone Lee.
Using anything musical in that, you don't need it to be a musical name.
Lee Tone G. Tone Loke, Tone Lee. Maybe.
No.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, Amber says you should go with lag. I mean, people that like gamers and things, they know what that is, and it's a phrase. That's one of the reasons I chose Among the Missing, the initials ATM. Everybody knows what an ATM is. That look good on merch. People are already asking me for merch. And I actually got atmyt.com. It just points back to my website. But you know how lucky you are to get a 5-letter domain? All the 3 and 4s are long gone. But I got a 5-letter domain for that.
Yeah, see, it does. It reminds you of Tommy Lee. See, Midnight Society. Look. You can see my dilemma, though, people, can't you? Like, let's take a break from this, right? Come back to it in a minute. This conversation, right? Because I think I might end up going with just Lee Anthony.
You're crowdsourcing your name, crowd solving.
At least it is my name. You know what I mean? So if I said Lee Anthony G, it's not adding anything. It's not It's not putting music in my name. That's like me wearing a keyboard tied to say, look, I play piano. You know what I mean? It's cheesy. It's just cheese, and I don't want to be cheesy. Far from it, because it makes you cabaret as well. Makes you sound real cabaret, and I don't want that either. You know. So yeah. I'm thinking on the lines of the Lee Anthony G thing because it's really easy to say. Oh, look at this. Look.
Thank you, Deborah. No
Deborah,
sexier
thank you.
voice, Steve. No sexier, relaxing voice in a snowstorm. Thank you for your confidence.
I totally
in my
agree.
voice.
I totally agree. Steve's voice is his vocals. I mean, because I'm a very deep listener to vocal line and accent and stuff, and it really is. Like I said, you to me are in the same vein as Cassie is over on Forensic Mystics. Well, she's not even that now, is she? But Oracles and Beyond.
Tales told in the dark. Yeah,
her
she's
voice
just
as a female.
she has. I
perfect.
consider her my equal, if not greater than me, in what she does.
I see you two. I mean, I see you two as on it.
And we've talked about a collaboration. I'm going to have her on 13 to do an interview. But I would like to do something together where you get both our voices in there.
I think that'd be an amazing thing.
And the gruff and the sweet, the rough and the smooth. I don't know. I think it would just work. But thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that.
Butter. It's like butter, mate. Butter. Well, anyway, Deborah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I love that one.
Cathedra Crack Gray walks in. Is it over? Yeah, and you missed it.
Yeah, you missed out, Cathedra. See, you're late.
Deborah McDonald, if you would, email me, please, stevestockton81@gmail.com. I'd like to share something with you, if you would.
And you've just done that sharing thing. So let's take a break. We're going to come back to the me thing, all right, in a sec. For the minute, let's play this Mies of Pusic.
I love it when you say JD's and Lincoln.
I have always done that.
the most awesome little drum
Sorry,
break.
you were muted, mate.
I
You were muted.
didn't realize it, but that was awesome. And somewhere in there, I heard the most amazing drum break in there. It kind of stopped, and it's like, and then it like took off again. And I love those false stops. There was a couple times there I thought it was over, and then it started back up. It's one of those little
Yeah, like I
gotchas.
said, that's part of the tricks of doing. You know, I'm not the only one to do that sort of thing. It's a done thing, you know. But
I've seen bands do it where they stop and the lights come up and everybody goes, ah, and then they start the song back again.
yeah, it's a lot different thing though when you. I mean, I can only program a song, and that's the song, right? So the great thing about a live band is that they can swap and change and start and stop whenever they want, and you know. It does bug me a little bit that I couldn't never get the musicians
like
around me to
a master pause button to just put everything on hold and then
yeah, it doesn't work like that though because it's not that, it's the rewinding
and
back
here's
to
a
the point where
problem
you
I
need to
bet
go
you've
to.
had. Have you ever had a stuck note in MIDI?
Oh yeah, get it all the time. Yeah.
Maybe like a kill switch in there that I've had that happen before, and
What
it's
it is
always
where
something really loud and annoying.
What
It's
it
like,
is it's where you've continued a note into the next bar and it hasn't switched off. It hasn't switched into the next note because you've carried the note too far. That's all that is. And what you need to do generally is go back into it, press record, and just on the modulation wheel or the whatever wheel it is or the foot pedal, either press the foot pedal once just to register it as just being pressed once and that's it, and turn and flick the mid modulation or the pitch bend, and it'll put a stop to that.
wow,
And then
okay.
that's
I could learn
recorded
so
in
much.
there.
I
and
wish
it's
you
done.
lived closer. I could learn so much from you. I've got all this gear sitting here. Like I can point to my closet. There's 2 Moog synthesizers sitting up there on that shelf. I've got beat makers. I've got little I don't know, all kinds of things, effects pedals, and it's all just sitting there. And I'm like, man,
At the moment, that's all very lovely. And at the moment, I'm more jealous of someone with a car than I am of anyone else.
overly. I don't have a car, so there you go. I bought a bunch of musical gear. No, I lived in Portland and didn't need one. My car blew up. They had a really, really good public transit system, bus, streetcar, commuter trains. And then I move out here, and then I've got a little electric scooter that it's like a scooter with a Tesla battery in it. The thing will absolutely fly. It's got off-road tires on it.
We've all got them. I've bought my son one.
But it's not the ones you stand on. It looks like a Vespa, but it's electric, and but it's got a flat tire. So I Uber wherever I need to go. I let my license expire when I lived in Portland. I've had a license since I was 16 years old.
See,
I've got to go get mine, but I got to go take the test and all that devilment now. So I'm sure the rules have changed since I was 16.
I ain't got to do that. I just got to replace the photograph. Is all I've done. So I've sent that off to. Well, my wife sent it off today. But I should get that back soon, and then it's just a case of saving up again to get myself a car.
Yeah, that's on my short list too. Need some wheels.
Shortly.
Get a driver. There we go. I'll get a driver. That was nice. Over the weekend, I went.
You missed that one, didn't you?
Small town. Yeah, I did. Can we get it? I'll laugh appropriately. Right
we're talking about names for me.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did miss that. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, if we're gonna have jokes, we're gonna have jokes.
But Deborah saying get a driver. Over the weekend, Small Town Monsters, Seth Breedlove's production company was in town. They're doing a documentary. This I think it's 17th One, paranormal stuff. They wanted me in the documentary. I got the star treatment. They sent a car for me. I get to the set. Well, hello, Mr. Stockton. Good to see you, Mr. Stockton. Would you like some coffee? Would you like some water? Do you want some fruit? I was just like, I can get used to this. And I just, like here, I sat in front of the cameras and told stories about skinwalkers and chupacabra and shapeshifters and some murders that happened out here and some UFO things. And it was a blast. So,
well, I'm going to play a record, right? Because
let's hear it.
That's how I feel.
Roll that beautiful record footage there. Cathedra hardly, but thank you.
Would you like me to play the one that's got stuck in your brain?
Yes, please. I know Midnight Society's been dying to hear too. I think you were playing it at the beginning before I got here, but that's a real earworm. And the one you wrote for Cathedra, that's another one that I've woke up with in my head.
I'll play that one in a
The
minute, if you
acoustic
like.
piano version was the one
I'll-
that got stuck, but it just gets
Yeah.
better.
But obviously I wanted it full because I want to make a record out of it. So. Here you go.
I know what you need. I know just how to please you. I got what it takes. I know what you need. I can provide. There's no way I'll hide from you. I got what it takes. I know what you need. I guarantee. I guarantee. You're gonna give your love to me. I can protect you. I got what it takes. I'm your man. Take it fast or slow. Who knows where it goes? I've got what it takes. I'm your man. I guarantee. You're gonna give your love to me. You'll give your love to me. I know what you need. I know just how to please you. I got what it takes. I know what you need. I can provide. There's no way I'll hide from you. I got what it takes. I know what you need. I guarantee. You're gonna give your love to me. You'll give your love to me.
Indeed.
Wow, thank you so much for that. It gets better every time I hear it. And I meant it as a compliment, but I compared that to some of the stuff musically that Culture Club was doing in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, there's a couple
It's
of
got a lot of influence there. Now your voice is different. I think your voice is better than the boy, but
nice.
different register, lower, but you can hit those high notes and stuff. I could hear that.
Yeah, the falsetto.
You've got that
I'm
down
almost
there.
baritone as well.
Like as I said, if I could do that falsetto, I'd do it everywhere. I'd go to the store. I'd order pizza.
I've actually got a 5-octave voice.
Wow. Now, for those of you that don't know, that is a range and a half right there, my friend.
Yep.
The average singer has what? Maybe
my
three.
lowest note to my highest note by going la 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 la. You know, that's 5 octaves I can do.
What's the average singer have? About three, maybe,
Three.
if they're lucky.
Three, yep. I mean, to be fair, most of the time you'll only ever use your comfortable three, if you know what I mean. But I can do notes that range up and range down.
Amazing. And perfect pitch too. I mean, just
Well, I don't. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was told that when I was younger, but I don't know whether I've still got perfect pitch now. Especially if I get an an infection in my sinuses, then everybody goes off tone, you know. But that it's life, you know. That's life. I'm not going to go into it because I'll get. This is my show. This one. I'm selfish on these ones. These are just for me. You know, all the advertisements for me, YouTube. I share it on a Saturday, you know, when I do cover versions.
and I'm not going to spoil any surprises, but you told me about a very special cover version you're going to do. I think this Saturday, but you'll have to tune in to hear it.
Are you talking about that Culture Club one?
I wasn't going to give it away, but you did.
Yeah, but they don't. It wouldn't have a.
They don't know
it
which
does
one.
Loads of songs, and
They
it's
don't
from
know which one.
It's from a particular thing that was more that I
I know.
prefer to
I'm looking
rather
forward
than the
to
song.
that. And I think you should put that at the end Saturday to make everybody
But
stay.
that's if I do it at all, you know, because I mean I haven't even really practiced it or anything like that. But it's very easy in chord work, so you know. Even if I just touch on it a little bit, it'll probably be cool anyway, you know. Just have a little dabble at it. Because, like I said, this is YouTube. I'm not doing a performance. It is a performance, but it's not, if you know what I mean. It's YouTube. So it's basically like me rehearsing to myself while I got a camera on.
Got an audience. This is the sound check.
Yeah. Do you know what?
I-
Literally, I used to practice to myself on my own in my studio, and all I've done, the only extra thing that I've done is switch the camera on. And that's all I've done on a Saturday. That's really literally.
And the other night, when I think it was Tuesday night, or no, this is Tuesday night. It was Saturday night. Somebody came into the chat. He was new, and he said, "Wow, you're really good. You should do a cover like Rocket Man." And everybody was like, "Oh, you must be new here." The condescending Wonka meme.
Yeah. I said people are surprised when I do that because being such a little guy, even though you can't tell on the screen, whenever I'm been out on lives, right, people take a look at me, right, and then they hear me sing, and afterwards they say the same things every time. Could not believe that vocal came out of your
Your voice, your vocal, it is bigger than life. It's bigger than you. It's 10 feet tall and bulletproof.
Yeah. Sorry,
Thanks
Louise,
again,
but there's
Deborah.
just no way, love. Not today. Not today. Make sure you're back on Saturday. You know, that's all I can say. You know,
Saturday. I'll be
Saturday's the
here. I
day
won't be
for
on
me
screen
singing-
necessarily. I haven't been
singing songs.
invited, but I will. I promise you, I will be in the chat.
What's that? What about Saturday?
Yeah, I said I'll be here. I haven't been invited to be on screen, but I will be in the chat.
You can always be on screen. You got an open door policy, mate.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
It's like
Well,
the revolving door, mate, for
no,
you.
no, no.
Jeez.
You realize what you're saying there?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
oh
you-
shit,
no,
who's this
no,
guy
no, mate.
again? I told him
I'll
he
just
could-
throw you the invite every week if you want. It ain't no worries. To
Well,
me.
I don't want to insinuate myself into any situation. This is your
that's
channel,
fine.
your show.
No,
But
that's
if,
fine,
if
mate.
you
No,
would
the
have
more the
me
merrier,
as a
because
guest on screen,
I've
I would
told
be
you-
delighted.
Like I tell everybody else, it's not about me getting all my screen time and look at me and I great, right? It's not about that for me. It's just about singing to me, right? So when I have people on the screen, it's like I've got someone to play to. I know there's people in the audience, right? I know there's JDs and Lenterman listening there, you know, and everything. But you don't get the feedback. At least when there's people sat there in front of you, you can see facial reactions or whatever.
Yeah.
You can, you know, you
And
get a
then
little
you've
bit of a
got
clap or whatever.
like Chris,
Ju-
when she's in here, she's just all over the place.
Yeah,
She
there you
goes
go. You
wild.
get some sort of reaction.
And
There you
I
go.
love to watch her and hear you
Yeah.
at the same time.
Like I said, I don't expect everybody
Not
to
that
be
you're not lovely
up and
to
around,
look
jumping
at.
around and stuff, but you know, just to get a reaction, it's like
And I
it's
just,
like when I was gigging.
I kind
you
of
know.
do my dancing in my seat, bob my head, do the chicken head thing, but I'm digging it. But where it really speaks to me is when I wake up and it's in my head the next day. And I'm like,
Hey.
that's something right there. That's magic.
That is a good thing. Like I said, that's a
Because
positive thing, that is.
I know at least two people that happens to, and I'm sure there's a lot more. if you've ever woken up with one of Lee's songs in your head, put something in the chat. What should they put?
Neil Diamond, yeah, because I do a bit of Neil Diamond.
Put a Y in the chat if you've ever had one of Lee's songs pop into your head afterwards, or the next day, or the next week, or okay, not everybody at once. There, I'll put mine in.
Don't everybody all go answer at once here. Yeah, jeez.
They all did it at once, and it crashed the YouTube chat. Oh, here we go. Look at that. See there, Lee? I'm telling you, man, you're onto something.
I'm loading something up here.
But you've got some earworms, and I made that in the best possible way.
You know every song like the back of your hand. You do, Amber, don't you? You should do. There is a video of all of us when it was the band Newton's Descent. There's a rehearsal video. Well, I say it's rehearsal. It's kind of polished, but right at the end of us rehearsing before we did the only gig we did, right? But there's a full rehearsal of all the tracks that are for Newton's Descent, which is 2 albums worth, and they're on one thing on YouTube. You know, I've shared everything basically.
Glare on my glasses there, but especially, I mean, I loved everything you do anyway. But the other day when we sat and talked music, and we talked influences, and we talked about the 80s, that was just the most amazing decade ever. If I could do any decade over, it'd be the 80s.
Same here. No,
the music, the fashion, the movies.
It was everything.
It was everything.
The attitude as well.
And
was different.
I was born in '63, so I saw a lot of the '60s. I saw all the '70s, all the '80s, all the '90s up to now.
I was born '68, so I saw all of the '70s and '80s.
Yeah, and the '70s were okay. There was a lot of good things in the '70s,
right. Yeah,
musically,
there was all right.
movies, but the '80s, that was just. That was there'll never be another decade like the 80s.
I remember disco, mate. Disco.
And what was it Giorgio Moroder said?
Oh, yeah. One day all records will be written this way.
Yeah, exactly. That was when Donna Summer came out with I Feel Love. And it was just amazing. And there was nothing like it. And he was a visionary. And then we talked about Gary Newman and how he was doing 80s music in the 70s.
Yeah,
he was that far ahead of his time.
I mean, David Bowie started all that.
There you go.
David Bowie started all that in the 70s. You know, and especially
early
styles. Especially with styles. You know, he brought out you can be anything you want to be and created a character. You know, Ziggy Stardust was a character. You know,
and then he killed him.
He played for a while and then he killed it. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's just the kind of guy he was. He was a genius.
Oh, absolutely. David
true
Bowie's one of my all-time. The link that John and I had, my old keyboard player, the one who passed on, he and I's link was Bowie. And
if you look at how often he reinvented himself.
Oh,
he'd do something different, something new, something surprising.
I've got China Girl actually. China Girl's on in YouTube. On my channel, there's China Girl there somewhere. I did all the music to that as well. Anyway, listen to this. You're going to love this, ladies and gentlemen.
Introduction to the moon. planning to meet her in the cedar, California. We fell in love over 5,000 miles away. I was planning to meet her in the cedar, Capita Callaway. We fell in love over 5,000 miles away. Convinced to the point of hiding all I would need, arranging a trip to get down on one knee. I was planning to meet her in the cedar, Capita Callaway. Capita Callaway.
Wow. I don't know what kind of magic sauce you put on that since the last time, but it gets better every time I hear it. It just that's
like
a
that record.
chart topper.
I do like it, yeah. It's a good one. That.
It'd be like Tom Jones. Remember how the ladies used to fling their underwear on stage? If you played that, if you
Yeah, I
played
don't
that
think that's ever going to
live,
happen, mate. But you know,
there would be
I'll
brassieres
take what I
flying.
can get, mate, even if it's a dirty tissue. Just blown their nose. Ah, hey, brilliant, mate.
Wow, that just and that's exactly what I was thinking, Cathedra. That would be perfect in a movie where they're walking off and everything happened. All these bad things happened, and it turned out perfect, and they're walking off into the sunset hand in hand, and that plays. People in the theater would stand up and applaud or dance or lose their minds or something. I'm telling you, Lee, that's I hear a hit.
So do you reckon I should cut and print that then, or what? Is that a cut and print?
I would.
I'll see about doing that.
I mean, Love Online, how timely is that? Somebody, I mean, I don't know how you would feel about it, but somebody, one of these dating apps would probably snatch that up and want to make it their theme song.
Yeah, well, they're not going
to. There you go.
They can pay me to
But,
borrow it.
but there you go. But
Anyway,
even,
hi David, how you
it'd be
doing,
fun
fella?
to tell them
Nice to
no,
see ya.
not for sale. But I'm telling you, man, that is just that's a Sonic redemption, Lee. That's a step above. That's the next level stuff right there, my friend.
I don't know about that, but
It's
good.
magic.
It's a fairly good song, I think. It's not shite.
You underestimate your own abilities there, my
It's not
friend.
shit. But then again, like I said, my favourite song is still my mantra, which is there's only now. You know, because
That's a good one too.
I
They're all
literally
good.
do live in the moment.
And
You know?
then "Gonna Give Your Love to Me." That's good. That could easily be a B-side, if not another single. But that song, that Cathedra song, that's I don't. I'm almost speechless. And that for me, that's something. I mean, you're all right. If I'm gobsmacked, you know it's good.
It's nice to hear to say, mate. Look,
I'm
to
not
me,
saying
like I
it
said,
to be
it's just
nice. I'm
look.
telling you.
I've been doing music for years. If I can't write a song by now, there's something wrong, isn't there? You know? And like I said, I've only got myself. It's not like I can call on other musicians to
But
do it. So I have
the
to do
first time
all of it myself. The
you
drums,
did
the
that, and
bass,
you just improvised
the
that when
guitars.
she was in the chat one night, and the next morning when I woke up, I could still hear that piano, that Cathedra Cat Gray part.
Yeah,
I can't sing it, but I could still hear that the next morning, and it just like
that is cool. You
wow.
are still shocked, are you, Cathedra? Look, shouldn't have such a nuts name then, should you? You know, so if someone else comes in with a nuts name, the likelihood is, mate, they're gonna get a track written as well at some point. But at the moment, it's all about you. How nice is that, eh?
Cathedra, when he plays that to stadium, they're going to put your picture up on the jumbotron back there behind him.
Stadium. Do you know what? Right, people said that sort of thing to me for
When
years.
you play
One
that
day
at
you're gonna
Wembley,
be a star. You're gonna be up on a big stage and all this crap.
when
It's
they
like,
play that at Wembley, they'll put Cathedra's face up on the big screen
yeah,
behind him. There.
just I don't live in dreamland. I live in reality, and the thing with that is, for anybody to even notice you like that, you have to have some sort of backing. You know, someone has to back you to even get to that level, and then they want to own you. Then they want to own you.
And I don't know the process, but I would shop that around. I mean, that right there. That could, if that's what you want, that could get you signed if you want to sign.
Yeah. See,
I mean, they still have A&R people that go around and do that. Now, a lot of people have foregone that and cut the record company out of the middle. I'd love to see you do it yourself. But if you wanted to go the commercial route, that's an FM radio hit right there.
yeah. Well, if it is, then good. But like I said, I want to retain the rights to it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sharing that with these cutthroat assholes.
Like you said, you'll let them borrow it. You'll rent it to them for a little bit.
Yeah.
And you control where it's placed.
Yeah, exactly. Simple stuff, you know. No, they can play it wherever they want, right? And they can use it wherever they want, provided that I own the rights to it all. They can the money they can make off it. They can take 5%. I don't mind that, but they're not owning it. They're not owning my face, and they're not owning my name. They're not owning me. I don't do that crap. You know, that's my problem as well. See, I'm too long in the tooth. Too old in the tooth sort of thing for them to want to take me on. They want naive little kids that they can bamboozle into here.
Yeah, they stick that contract in front of them. They don't read it, just sign it.
It's for $1 million. Right, $1 million. Shut up. Now add another naught, mate.
Yeah,
you know?
And plus, when you sign that contract, then you pay for everything out of that $1 million that they gave
exactly.
you. You pay for your studio time. You pay for records pressing.
Once they give you that money, you're paying for the records to be recorded in the studio. You're paying for the advertisement. You're paying for the PR. You're paying for everything, mate.
You pay for the tour. You pay for everything.
You pay for everything.
There's been so many sad stories of bands that sold millions of records and made all kinds of money.
Been caught young
for the record company.
That's why they won't go for someone like me, because I'm too knowledgeable.
And they were living in poverty. They didn't have enough to pay the bills. Yet or the record company would give you things, a nice big house and a Rolls Royce and all this, but it belongs to the record company.
Exactly. They
like you do.
They can take it back and all, and they take it back as well. Yeah. Or like Simon Cowell, he fools you into thinking he's going to give you a £1 million contract when in fact he's paying himself, right? And then what he does is when he's sold a load of records that you've made in his studio that he's paid for, even though he's given you he gave you £1 million to spend in his studio, right? Right.
It's like in the old days, the coal miners, they gave them scrip, which was money that was only spendable in the company store.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
couldn't go to another store. You couldn't go. But
so basically, paying themselves.
yeah,
So
they
pay
give
the
you the
workers
money,
and
and you
give them
buy
the money
what
back.
you need from them at a marked up price.
Yeah,
They own the houses for the miners and stuff. They own
Yep.
the houses. They own the grocery stores.
Yeah.
And you worked for it, and you paid it back to them. Tell you,
Like I said,
it ain't
and
fair.
that's my problem. Like I said, my problem is because I'm at the age I am, and I'm too switched on to be able to fall for their deals. You know, when you're a kid and you're waved £1 million in front of you, hey, mate, it's £1 million. The automatic thing is I'm going to be a millionaire. You know, people don't think, and that's the problem. But they know that. They use that, and that's why it's wrong. They know that. It's a sad thing. Let me say this correctly. Oh, the end of Love Online really isn't like an ending, as in it winds down. It's like a great chorus, but in the end, gears up to leave you.
I can see that. It lifts you up. It pumps you up. It's like one of those feel good songs. You put that on, and
I
you
heat
just
it up at the end. I do heat it up at the end. You know, that's why I repeat it.
and all the layers in there, and the guitar work and everything. It's extraordinary. That's lightning in a bottle.
Well, it won't strike on me, mate, in the right kind of way, and that's the thing. Like I said, I mean, there's a lot of records I've got a lot of confidence in. You know, the same as I've got confidence in that record. There's a lot of records that I've put the effort into, like that have had just as much work, just as much effort. But the thing is, how do you sell it when everything costs money, dude? And, you know, like I said, I had 36 sites that I was registered to, and every single one of you allowed you to upload all your songs. I've still got a load of them out there. I just can't remember them all now because there's so many, right? And they've all got the Newton's Descent stuff on them with all the photographs and all the lyrics and everything like that on there, right? And like I said, the problem with that is when it comes to the part of letting anybody know that it's there, that's where they get you.
Oh, yeah, you do your own promotion, your own advertising, your own word of mouth, whatever. That's just here. You can put it here, but then you're on your own.
It's not enough to get enough traffic to be able to earn anything from it. They know that. That what they want is they want every bit of blood out of you, mate. You know, and that it's basically picking on the poor musician rather than doing a deal like, listen, we'll promote you, and once you if you make it, because obviously they'd have to have, you know, it'd be fair enough if they'd have to have confidence in you as an artist to sell you, but at least if they would just look up and say, look, here and now we're going to promote an artist that we think's worthy of promoting, and they promote you. And then you pay them once you've got noticed, once you've got a contract, once you've started earning money, you know. But no. No one wants to do that, even though they've got plenty of money to put up front and take that little bit of a risk. You know what I mean? It just makes me laugh.
If they would take it on a contingency basis.
I'd love to start my own site for musicians. Right? I would love to start my own site for musicians to bring it up, and then once I've got a few hundred people paying for it, then we could start thinking about
that's a thought.
Getting a promotion company
and you know,
to be able to pay it forward, and you know, when with the money that you give up, I'll even state in there this money will promote you at some point. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea. I was on with Cisco the other night. We were talking about stuff from the 1920s. We're talking about Warner Brothers Studios, the studio system, and how they owned you. They owned those actors and actresses. You did what they told you to, when they told you to, and how they told you to. Well, there was enough actors and actresses that had enough. Charlie Chaplin, Mary Pickford, I think it's Errol Flynn or Douglas Fairbanks. They left, and they formed United Artists. They made their own studio. And they made their own rules, and United Artists is still out there.
My life dream, if I've got a dream at all, it is to have my own studios, and I mean proper studios. I'm not talking about this little thing, because this is a home studio. It's a bit of a different thing. My total dream is to own my own studios, but be able to somehow earn enough money from that to be able to promote people, because then promoting people, hopefully they pay it back or pay it forward. You know,
Yeah.
you write it in the contract anyway for them to, you know, pay it back. But, you know, to also pay it forward, you know, so anybody that helps me out, like when I'm on ground level doing nothing and working hard, anybody that supported me at that level, I'd support them when I've made it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
That's called sweat equity. Is what they call it in independent film. When you
yeah,
go and you work on a film and you know you're not going to make any money, if
yeah,
the film breaks even and
yeah,
then it makes money, then people get paid. But until
yeah,
then, that's sweat. You're using your sweat to
yeah,
build equity in something you
yeah.
believe in.
Take a bit of work.
But
Yeah,
you do of
yeah.
that a few times. You learn your chops.
There
I
you go.
I've done that. I wrote some short stories that a company wanted to film, and I said, "Well, two things: let me write the script, and two, I want to be on the set when it's filmed." But then I get there, and they put me to work, and the director said, "You didn't think you're just going to stand here and watch? Grab something, do this, do that." I helped with the B unit, the second camera. I was at one point I was in the back of a car that the seat was taken out. Our legs were sticking out the trunk, and there's a PA sitting back there with a flashlight waving us around. But it was like a film school boot camp. And I was so happy to have done that. They made me work. And they'd take you out the location, and then the bus would leave. And you were there all day. They would feed you, and there was porta potties and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Well, I did it right when I was
education.
15. When I was 15, the reason why I know a lot about the back scenes and stuff is because when I was 15, I was actually with a very popular drama unit, a drama company that is very local to me, and they were called the Chameleon Set. It was the Chameleon Centre, and I got into a show called Letty. It was called. It only aired the pilot. It didn't go any. They didn't. The network didn't buy it. But I was there for like 15 weeks or something filming this thing, and I was getting £15 a day as a 15-year-old back in the 80s, well, early 80s it was, because I was 15, like, so it's the year before I left school, funny enough, because I left when I was 15 and a half, but yeah, it's a nutty thing as well. It's not like people would think it is. There's a lot of people just hanging around. A lot of hanging around, but all the
Hurry
fruit
up and
laid
do
on.
nothing. There's a lot of
Yeah,
hurry up and
hurry
wait
up.
on them.
A lot of hurry up and
Not
do
so
nothing.
much on an independent film set, but on a big movie set
Yeah,
with unions and all that stuff.
yeah,
They're the guys that they stand around till it's time to go take their break, and then they come back and stand around some more.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, that thing Letty didn't go very far. I don't even know if you could even find it online. But it was about a girl in a wheelchair who was adopted.
It's like the film that I wrote, independently made and released. I've heard that it was dubbed into Spanish and put on cable TV in Mexico, but I never saw I didn't even get a reel of the final thing there. So
Yeah,
who knows? But I did it. That's the thing. I know. I was there.
that's it. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, let me give a thank you to our
To Mr. Stephen the Charionator. And you just wait.
Cheerleader.
There we go. I love it. Enters the ring, and starts bashing people over the head with a metal chair.
Yeah,
Professional
that's how I see
wrestler.
it. I see it, him coming along in his wheelchair with the remote control like that,
But
grabbing a chair and going.
the next show that you have after my Iron Brew gets here from Amazon, I'm gonna have a toast to Steven here. He was drinking Iron Brew the other night on camera.
Yeah, man. Yeah, do it. And yes, Amber, I was an extra in it, yeah. Yeah, see, you remembers the story. Our Amber does. It's my tiniest claim to some sort of connection with TV and stuff. Anyway, what's this? Cathedra, what do you say, Lee? Surely someone would back you. Ha! Yeah, right. I don't have any pull clout, but small friendship basis. Kansas, do you now? That's cool. Kansas, eh?
Casita,
For me
hook
as
a
well,
brother up.
I would have. I'm not a joiner, right? I'm not a joiner, and I wouldn't really want to be the front man for a band who claims the band for them. But I am a bit of a. What can you say? Because I've led myself for so long, being someone else's part of their thing is really difficult for me because I'm so used to managing myself, managing people around me. So if I kind of gave that up just to be a singer for someone who can just sack me on any time they want, that's dodgy to me because it's too risky. And we all know that our musicians come and go in bands and stuff. So I wouldn't want to be that casualty, you know. But if I could get help, at least, even if it was like someone giving the right word to the right company, you know.
Just putting that through the right mail slot and somebody, what's
Yeah, just
this, and
letting someone
listening
know that
to
I'm
it.
here, that I'm out here doing this, and then let them take it from there, just to know that I'm here is a cool thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, that gets to the right ears, to the top.
Well, we'll see. Like I said, I don't count my chickens before they hatch, mate. I'm very I've learned not to get carried away with people's words and stuff as well. I mean, you would not believe the amount of times I've been told by someone, "You're going to be a star," or, you're amazing, you're unique, you're all these things, and yeah, but that's all very well, they're very pretty words. Words are very pretty, and it's very nice of you to say so, and I love you for it. It makes me, but luckily my ego doesn't get too big. I haven't got a rucksack on my back full of my ego. You know what I mean? It's nice words, but I kind of pass them off. That the reason why I go, yeah, it's just music. The reason I do that is because I don't let myself enjoy it. I do not let myself get carried away with who I think I am. I don't do that, and the reason why is because rather than building myself up and then getting let down, I stick with the base level of whatever it is. And even if I started selling music, you'll find that I'll be exactly the same because you don't know how long that train's going
Well,
to
that's
ride
the
for.
thing. You're genuine. You're the real deal,
You just
and
don't know how
that
long that
comes
train's
out
going to
in
ride
your
for. So
music.
arrogance through it all is not a good idea, and it's not a good look neither. Really not. I there's a lot of people in the music. I mean, I do some of the records by someone, as you know, and I find the person to be an ignorant pig, and to be quite frank, if it wasn't for the fact that I admire the writing, and I don't admire the person, I admire the writing, and that's the thing. I've never been a fan of people. I'm a fan of a song. I like a song, but you can't have a song as a poster on the wall. You know what I mean? So I've never had posters of any bands on my wall of anything like that. It's just not me. I don't hold anybody up as a king or a queen.
I'll wear T-shirts, but that's about it.
I've never even done that, mate. I've always worn plain T-shirts and stuff. I mean, I appreciate that people like to do that, and that's why I've even made T-shirts of myself. And I mean, I've even got pillows. What I call is vanity pillows with me playing the piano there. But they're not for me, are they? They're not for me to buy. It's for someone else if they want to buy it. So I understand that people
Well,
want that
that's like
stuff.
me in this shirt. I love it, but I feel ridiculous wearing it because Stockton, it's like I appreciate the thought. Thank you to the person that sent me this, but that seems so pretentious. But I love it just the same. I wear it around the house.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't know what to say half the time because it's really difficult for me. Because it's nice everybody telling me how great I am, and you'd think that that would do it for me. That it encouraged me but it neither encourages me or discourages me. I just carry on doing what I do. If I write an half decent record, I'll write an half decent record. Well done, and that's another one bites the dust, and then move on to the next, and so on and so forth. It's just I like to do music, so doing a song is part of doing music. So same as it is. But I see the same of Cathedra Cat Grey and There's Only Now and and Love on, Love Online. It is Love Online in brackets. Cathedral Cat Grey, but all those records,
maybe.
they are
Sorry.
all the same to me. It's all the same. It's just music I've created. Some of them I've managed to be able to put lyrics to. Some of them I haven't. Some of them have been created before even putting music to them, and some of them haven't. I don't see it as anything special apart from
I had a thought here. What if you started your own label? I mean, you know it from bottom to top, the music side of it. You would know who to promote and who to come in and who to sell your records, but sell other artists too. Lee G
Yeah,
Records.
I'd need some sort of backing first of all.
Yeah,
Though. See, this is the
absolutely.
thing. I need support first.
Anybody know any millionaires? Tell them about
Yeah,
Lee.
millionaires that think that I'm worthy. That's the bloody thing.
Lee, I've got to step away for a moment since I've got to take
Yeah,
my
man.
medicine
Yeah, you
and go to the
crack on.
bathroom.
I'm gonna play a record while you
I've
do
drank
that.
almost 30 ounces of water since I've been sitting here, and it has to go somewhere pretty soon. Thank you, sir. I'll be right back.
Well, yeah, mate. You just do you. I'm just trying to use my. It's trying to use my sound card. It's already using it for the cathedral song. I'm gonna play I Should Have. You might like this one. Hang on a second. Let me do this. I've been going for 3 hours so far. Blimey. Sorry, guys. Didn't realise it's so long. Hang a boot. This is called I Should Have.
I should have seen it coming. I should have known before. Should have seen that I was in this alone. 'Cause I see now what I've led you to.
Oh yeah. That was a mad record, that one. There's another one that I wrote in the middle of the night. Just like I'm not going to play it, but yeah. Comfort Day and Night. I had to think of the name then. I don't play them very often, see? So. Yeah, you love your old Slipknot, don't you, Amber? Great band. Great band. I'd say, funny thing is, as a lot of people don't realise, is I like most music. There's not really a lot of music I don't like. I know good when I hear it. I think I know good when I hear it. You know, even if it's thrash metal, you know, even if it's punk or whatever, I'll know if it's a good punk track or if it's, you know, not so great. Even though I can't say nothing. Who am I to say? You know, at the end of the day, who am I to say? Every record has its audience, and every artist has their audience. So I don't say anything's crap. It's not my place to. You do. Yep. Yeah, Amber knows what the record that is. Hey, I'm sorry, so meaningless. Shall I play it, Amber, shall I? I don't mind. Shall I play it? Yeah, shall I play it? From the album Destination Nowhere.
Dropped a bombshell on your lap, and it's blown a hole so deep you will never climb it out. On the same no excuses. Go watch this time. Not this time. Don't be so condescending. What do you take me for? It's a meaningless apology. Hey, 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 something so meaningless. Hey, 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 hey. Sank your battleship today. Burned all your bridges, there's no getting away. And the more you protest, the more you look guilty to me. Can't you see? Don't be so condescending. What do you take me for? It's a meaningless What do you take me for? It's a meaningless apology. Don't bother.
Yeah, don't bother. Do you know what? Oh, God. Move. Thank you. Now, shall I put a one in the chat if you want to hear what I wrote again tonight, which is this malarkey. Yes, here. Do I play it again? Another one to add to Steve Stockton's album, 13 Past Midnight. All right then. Let's play it then. Here we go. There's another track for you, mate.
That is great. That is great.
That's another one done, isn't it? You know, it's another one to add on to the album that you could use. You know, so far, I think there's 7, 8, no, I think there's 10 tracks so far.
Yeah, amazing. Do you have a number in mind, or are you just going to go till you're finished? Or
I'm just going to, I feel like stopping. You'll probably end up with about 20.
Wow, that's like a double album.
Yeah, but it's music. It's music, man.
My dog is growling about something. Sorry about that.
That's right, mate. So I've saved this.
And what was that one? Outlander, the one that you did tonight?
This is called Ominous Outland.
I love it. I'm taking notes here.
Yeah, and what I'm going to do is tomorrow, I'm going to get on it. Because otherwise I'll get too far ahead. I'll render out the last 3 that I did, and I'll send them across to you. So,
And currently got some videos in production that I'm going to be using, the ones that you've already sent me in. And then the other night when I went live, I used some of your music to open and close the show, and I've got a little intro and outro that I made that has your music in it, and I'll give you full credit.
Lovely, mate. Thank you very much. So I only do it to share
Link
the
in the
wealth,
description.
mate. I do it to share the wealth, mate. You know, if it pushes a little bit of traffic towards me, all the better. But you know, I don't expect miracles either. You know, it's like just because I'm on your homepage doesn't mean to say people will come across. See, it doesn't.
But any exposure is good. I mean, any place I can get your name out there, any place I can shout you out, anybody that I can recommend you to, I'm going to do it.
Even if the name First for Audio is seen places, you know, that's good enough. You know, and people can look up and say, "Oh, I swear I've seen that name before somewhere," and that's good enough. You know. So where did we land on the my name thing? If I'm gonna have to write James.
Well, G strings and G spots are out, so
yeah, they're definitely out. So James and let me just clue you up to people that have just come in, like Susan A's just come in, Ellen has just come in. The conversation tonight has been, what do I do about my name, right? Because my name is not very marketable, right? And it's really not. Lee G on its own is not very marketable. So I've said Lee Anthony G. Someone has said Tony G. Or was it Tony Lee G? Yeah, Tony Lee G. Right. I don't want to shorten the Anthony part because I think it's a bit classier when it's Lee Anthony. But it's all right, mate. He's a word.
He hears something outside.
Yeah, that's it.
Or there's a cat in the hallway. I'm in here with the door shut. I have to shut the door to this studio, otherwise the cats get in here and walk all over them, the keyboards and everything, and I have to run them out. And I love my cats. Don't get me wrong. One of them's just visiting, but Mittens is my cat. The first cat I've ever owned. That was mine. Yeah. But she likes to walk on my keyboard when I'm trying to do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 4:30 a.m. comes fast. My love.
Thank you, Deborah McDonald. My love to you and yours as well. Again, email me. I've got something I want to send you.
Yeah, it's 2:25 here.
8:25 here. Wow, that's almost 4 hours. It just flies by, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, we've been going for 3.5 hours, and normally I only do a 3 hour show.
On this last trip. Took my evening pill, and that's the one that makes me a little loopy. So trying to counteract it with coffee.
Amber's going with.
Amber's still going with lag.
If I say Lee Anthony G, that's a good T-shirt thing. Lag.
Yeah.
And it's very computer.
And lag can be ambiguous. Plus, the gamers or anybody that watch YouTube or streams movies, they know what lag is.
Yeah, exactly. It's a known thing, you know. I mean, I am toying with that. I think if I'm going to market myself, I think it's going to be the Lee Anthony G thing, but with the emphasis on the lag. You know. So and hopefully I don't.
I thought you were having a stroke there for a moment.
That was a bit of lag, mate, you know. Couldn't help it. You see what I was doing there, don't you? But anyway, we've got a new person.
Keisha, I'm in the high desert of New Mexico. I'm in the mountain time zone.
And I'm in the UK, England to be precise, on the south coast. So, hi Keisha, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Saturday is the day that I sing to people. Obviously today is when I write, and at the moment I'm writing for our Steve Stockton here for 13 past midnight. And that's what that's all about. That malarkey over there. I wrote that tonight. Right, so I do that, and then on a Thursday, it's just all back-to-back original tracks, all my stuff. And believe me, there's a lot of music I've got, not just instrumentals, but musical tracks as well. So yeah,
And indeed, you've got a global audience here. There's people in Australia. There's other people in England. There's people all over the United States. There's Canadians here.
yeah.
Simon, he's a Kiwi, New Zealand. You're global.
Yeah.
You're worldwide.
I do get about a bit, don't I now? So yeah, Saturdays is the night where I sit here and I play the piano to you. I mean, I don't play any covers, but I do this sort of thing as well.
Oh, what do they call that?
A clue of what I do.
Vamping? I think that's vamping. I don't know.
One of the main things I do is this.
Sorry, Simon.
Hang on. Here we go. Hello, Keisha. Welcome to the show. Hello, Keisha. It's good to see you here, Keisha. Oh, Keisha. Keisha. Welcome to the show. Hello, Keisha. Welcome to the show. How did you find me here, my tiny little corner? Keisha, I welcome you to the show. Keisha, Keisha, Keisha. Keisha, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Keisha, Keisha, yeah, that sort of stuff.
Keisha says she'll definitely be returning. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. We're all one big happy dysfunctional family here.
Yeah, yeah.
Speak for myself only.
It's been it's always a very quiet and calm night on a Tuesday night. You know, it's always been. I mean, with Steve, it's really we get to chat quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I end up going on some sort of silly rant about something or
but it's a peek behind the curtain. You get to see you work your magic to pull those musical threads out of the ether and weave that sonic tapestry.
That one,
and that's the amazing part to me. You start with absolutely nothing, a blank slate, and then you put this little bit and that little bob and one of these and some of those, and before you know it, you've got this pastiche of just sound. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah. Oh, you've been subscribed for a while, yeah, but
awesome.
Oh, for a week. Okay. but just made it.
Saturday night is the night to be. I mean, any night live is good, but Saturday night is the best.
Saturday night is the performance night. Yeah, I pick up my guitar. I do a lot of cover versions.
And then what's the other night when you just play records that you've made?
That's Radio 1 FA.
And what night is that?
That's on a Thursday.
Thursday. It all runs together in my head. I'm sorry about that, but
Yeah,
I can remember Saturdays.
Tuesday Night Writer, and you can tell that that's a play on Night Rider, right? So Tuesday night is Night Writer, and Thursday is just radio show. Kind of call it Radio 1 FA, which works, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah, I love it.
1 FA is
and,
first
and you know that's something you could do. You could put live stream or put a stream on here, just 24 hours of your music over and over. And
yeah,
over.
I've heard that you can do that, but I think you've got to pay for something offline. So basically I'd upload all of my tracks that I'd want to play, and you can basically then stream it from there rather than from here, if you know what I mean. So I don't have to have my PC on. It will just permanently run on another channel.
I'll talk to you about that offline. I know a little bit about that.
Yeah, I need to figure that out, because I think that'd be a good idea, because it actually saved me from doing Radio 1 FA. You know, I could call that channel Radio 1 FA and just leave it as that, and write basically.
That's an idea, and just let it run in perpetuity over there. Perpetual music.
Yep. Because there's so much of it. That's the thing. I mean, all right. Most of it is instrumental pieces, and to me, they're not forgotten about, but written pieces that were full purpose but didn't end up making the cut. If you know what I mean. So. Yeah.
But Keisha, he does what he did for you tonight. He will just pull somebody's name out of the chat and write a song about them on the spot, and it's just. The man is a musical genius. I don't care what he says.
I could express what the final result sometimes can be by playing the Love Online track again.
Play it again. I was just going to ask you, would you mind playing that again? A friend of mine, Catheta, she and I are working on a project together. She's been on my channel. I introduced her to Lee. She came over, and he picked her out of the chat one night, and she's got a very lyrical name, Catheta Cat Gray. And he did a little piano thing, and it grew into what you're about to hear, and it will knock your socks off. And if you're not wearing any, it'll knock your shoes off. And if you're not wearing shoes, it'll knock your toenails off.
So, well, you know, while it's loading, let me find Cathedra so I can put her name on the board. Unless you want to say hi quickly in the chat, Cathedra, so I can find your name easier. That would help.
What are we looking for, Cathedra? She just put something in there.
Yeah, she hasn't chatted for a while, so I'm searching up through the chat. Oh, there you go. Cool. Oh, there she is. Look, she's just written in the chat now. So I'm a bit late now, isn't it? Hey, take your time, girl.
Wake up, Cathedra.
We had a blast. There we go. I see. Here we go. We'll play this again then,
and this will get stuck in your head. It did mine. It did a lot of people in here, among other songs that he's done. These are all originals.
It very well may do. Yeah, it very well may do. Here we go. And this is called Love Online, Cathedra Cat Gray in brackets.
California, we fell in love. planning to meet her in Reseda. Could be the kind of way.
That's going to be stuck in my head tomorrow. I'll wake up with that in my head.
Sorry about that. Not sorry.
It's a good thing. There's a lot worse things that could be stuck in my head.
Well, yeah, of course there is. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so that's basically what I do, ladies and gentlemen, as some of you don't know.
And that's all him. That's no samples, no
no samples.
Plays
no
every
I wrote
instrument.
The drums, I wrote the bass
wrote
line, I
the
wrote
lyrics.
the guitar, I wrote the piano. Every single thing that you hear is me. It's no one else. And I haven't got anyone else to work with anyway.
So nobody else to blame.
Nobody else to blame but myself. So if it's a load of crap, it's because it's me.
But nobody to share the spotlight with either. That's all you, buddy. You're incredible.
Yeah,
man.
I know, but it's a little lonely on my own, and I'm not. See, the reason why I have you guys as well on a Saturday, the reason why I invite people on is not only just to have people to sing to, but I'd prefer to work with a band. Of course. Why wouldn't I? You get that camaraderie. You get that.
Yeah.
Jelly.
But I've got to ask you here. Can you imagine sitting down with a bunch of guys and trying to teach them and show them their parts and things?
I could do that. Yeah, I've done it
before. I believe you could. If anybody could,
that's
it
what
would
I
be
did
you.
with Newton's. That's what I did with Newton's Descent.
But I think of some of the.
It's basically everybody playing my parts.
Think of some of the bell ends that I've been in a band with before, and you had to show them like, no, play these notes here at this time. Listen to the drummer. He's got the beat.
Yeah, like I said, don't forget I do the harmonies as well. So all the harmonies you hear, even the high notes and stuff, that's all me as well.
It's just,
not blowing my own trumpet,
your
just because
production.
I can do that.
Your production values are absolutely just through the roof.
Yeah, it's not bad production, is it? Not bad.
I've bought records before that didn't sound that good.
That's nice to be the same, mate.
That's the truth. I'm not. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Right, I need to share the screen. Hang on a second. Share that. Right, I've shut that up so it's not echoing now. Because I need to do something, mate. I need to open this up. Where's that then?
Indeed, Cathedra. I haven't seen Princess Bree tonight. I haven't seen Bree in here.
No.
And I think Akashi Chris, I think she quietly slipped out the back door too.
Yeah, but they might be doing things as well.
Yeah.
Mate. I don't hold nothing against people, mate. They just got their lives to live in it, you know. It is what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, I've got to say this. You've been fantastic tonight. I mean, the generosity as well tonight. I mean, especially from our Stephen. He's terrible, isn't he? And he's
Stephen's
lovely.
always going into that pocketbook. I'm telling you, he's posh.
He's
a
He's
chap.
a good lad.
He is.
That.
I love Stephen. And I can't wait until the Iron Brew that I ordered gets here so I can drink a toast to him. He was drinking it the other night, and I was just going to take the piss, and say, "Oh, is that an Iron Brew you're drinking?" And then I looked a little closer, and it was. And I was like, "Of course, he's Scottish."
Yeah, he's a Scot, right? He's proper Scottish, like, you know what I mean? He's right up there. He's very north.
He's so, and the more excited he gets, the higher his voice goes. He's hard for me to understand sometimes.
Yeah,
but I absolutely, he is just an incredible voice.
There he is, the old Cherinator.
It is. Your ears burning there, Stephen. We're talking about you, friend, and some of it was actually good.
Yeah,
I like you. I don't care what Lee says about you.
Drop me in it, mate. Now, your generosity, mate, tonight was fabulous, and thanks to everybody that's given super chats.
Stephen is just a giving person. He really is.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. He's a good guy, and thanks to Cathedra once again for that lovely inspirational name. For letting me write, and then I got to write a song for you.
How many people have their own theme song that they were the muse for?
Yeah,
that's something.
I mean, it's an unusual thing, but like I said,
but all of them. Susan Woodcarver, she won't shut up talking about the one you did for her. Vixen Doe,
they're all off the cuff, really.
John, and that's the amazing part. It just flows out of you like a river.
Well, I think I'm directly linked into the Akashic record of all things. So I think that it's like
I believe there's something to that. The one you did for Midnight Society, she hasn't stopped talking about that either. And then we both talk about the I Guarantee. I can't remember the name of it.
Give Your Love to Me.
Give Your Love to Me. We keep talking about that one. We keep talking about the Cathedra song, and just you're the man.
That's really nice of you to say. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you've all been fabulous. Thanks again, Steve. You're going to stick around with me anyway. We're going to play it out now with this little tune here.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. See you Saturday. I will be here Saturday.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm back Thursday, but just for the radio show. And if you want to chat with me, I will chat, because obviously I can't keep an eye on the chat so much when I'm doing the writing show or the Saturday show. So if you want to chat with me about anything, then Thursday is the day to do it.
Thursday night.
Yeah. Even though I came on camera last time, I don't think that's a very good idea personally, but everybody else wanted me to, so I did. But that was Thursday. We'll see how it goes this Thursday. I'm not promising I'm going to be on camera, because I'll start it off as a radio show should be, with nobody on camera. You know, it's my chance to have a break from talking to people like this, and I can just type to you and say hello and stuff. And if you've got any questions, I'll answer your questions and stuff. Anyway.
That'd be fun.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. You've been absolutely amazing tonight. So thank you very much. Peace.
philosophies you rely on for all you build your hopes upon. Continue making conscious efforts to claim what's right when you see what's wrong. Live in the moment, the only time that matters is now. Time is an illusion. Breathe in every second, the only time that matters is now. There's only now. There's only now. Now that you've woken from the spell that you've been sleeping under, you find yourself and you are free. Live in the moment, the only time that matters is now. Time is an illusion. Breathe in every second, the only time that matters is now. There's only now. Live in the moment.